What's good, YouTube? It's your boy back at it again with another video today. And today, I ain't gonna lie, I've been struggling. I've been struggling for content to make. I've been thinking, what am I gonna do for the channel? And you know what I thought about, bruh? We have a backup option. We have a thing to fall back on when the times get tough for videos to make. I couldn't find nothing to react to. I couldn't. Gaming right now. I'm waiting for WWE 2K22 to drop. I got the game pre-ordered. So I was like, what am I going to do in the meantime? That's simple. We are going to react to the WWE Reddit. So let's go. You know, who knows? Maybe one day I'll really blow up and maybe I'll have my own Reddit. But for now, we just gonna look at the WWE's Reddit. So first things first. In my opinion, WrestleMania 31 is the last great WrestleMania and probably one of the greatest ever. What do y'all think? WrestleMania 31 is the last great WrestleMania? Let me think about that. So that WrestleMania had Triple H vs. Sting. It had Rusev vs. John Cena. It had Brock Lesnar vs. Roman Reigns. It had Zack Ryder. I think that was when Zack Ryder won the IC title, or was that Daniel Bryan? No. I think Zack Ryder or Daniel Bryan won it. I think it was at WrestleMania. Undertaker vs. Bray Wyatt. That wasn't that good. Undertaker vs. Bray Wyatt wasn't that good. Sting vs. Triple H. I mean, I guess that was a good match, but the wrong person won. Brock that had the cash, and I ain't gonna lie, that had a great cash. And WrestleMania 30, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I agree because WrestleMania 32 is trash if you really think about it. Like, that was when Triple H faced Roman, Undertaker. Who did Undertaker face at that WrestleMania? I forgot who he faced, bro. That WrestleMania just wasn't really memorable. Yeah, I'd give WrestleMania 31 as being the last great WrestleMania. I could agree with that. Nah, because WrestleMania 35 was actually great. That was actually the last good WrestleMania. WrestleMania 35 is my personal opinion to be the last good or great WrestleMania. But I could see if you take away WrestleMania 35, I could see that being the last good WrestleMania. Who's gonna be the last person in the Elimination Chamber match? Honestly, I have not been watching, but let's see who's here, who's not here that should be here. I ain't gonna lie, I know she's not wrestling right now, but I could actually see that last person being Alexa Bliss. Cause I know she's been doing her vignettes or whatever. I can see them sliding her in there. Maybe on the next episode of Monday Night Raw. Wait, isn't that gonna be after the Chamber? I think the Chamber is this Sunday. I don't even know. But yeah, if I had to guess right now, I'll probably say Alexa Bliss, in my personal opinion. Who should dethrone Damian Priest and become the new US champion? That's actually a really good question. I mean, Damian Priest as US champion hasn't been that entertaining. I mean, he has good matches, but then, like, ever since he started this thing where he had this alternate persona where he's getting mad mid-match and then going off on his opponent and, you know, just being completely irrational, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature, getting disqualified, it hasn't been that good of a reign. Of course, I hate getting pop-ups, bro, but we're gonna have to let it slide. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, like, if it wasn't for the fact that he's had these situations where he has a new character change where he's losing his mind mid-match, he'd be doing good. But honestly, who should take the title off of him? Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. If I had to take a guess though, who I really think should take the title off of Damian, you know what? Austin Theory. Because I don't think Austin Theory is gonna win the title at the Chamber. So I think at WrestleMania, you could have Damian Priest versus Austin Theory for the US title, to give Austin Theory his first, you know, big push, because they're pushing Austin Theory heavy. So I could see Damian Priest versus Austin Theory for the US title at WrestleMania, and Damian Priest loses the championship right then and there. That'd be a good way to give Austin Theory a big push, and they can make it so, like, I don't know, maybe he cheats to win, so that it keeps Damian looking strong. If the title v-title match must happen, then who should win? Face Brock for the feel good moment, or Roman the heel? Honestly, bro. Well, like, I know it says if it has to happen, but I would not want to see that happen, bro. In all seriousness, like, that is something that I just don't want to see, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to see the brand split. And, like, the problem with WWE right now is that they have a short roster. So honestly, I think it would help in that regard, but I don't want the brand split to end again. It just came back in 2016. I feel like what they should do is keep them separate. But if they had to pick a moment, I ain't gonna lie, Roman is very OP. Like, it's getting to a point where people are saying who really can take the title off Roman at this point, because he's beaten almost everybody. He's been the champion for 400 something days, I think it is. So it's bad. Like, I don't know who is gonna take it. I don't want The Rock to come back and beat him for the title, because then that's just having another part-time champion. And The Rock, he's not gonna face him obviously, but like, I don't know who would be the person. Like, honestly, I'm hoping that Drew takes it off from my Mania, but I feel like if it was to be a title and Brock versus Roman, I'd have to give the match to, I feel like they'd give it to Roman, honestly. I think they would give it to Roman, mostly because of the fact that he's been so pushed so heavily to this point that I doubt they'd make him lose to Brock at Mania, or whenever they would face for the title. So yeah, that's my personal opinion. It's not what I would want to happen. I'd rather they just keep the title separate, but I'd see them putting Roman over, honestly. Swiss Superman's rejuvenation starts with IC win at WrestleMania 38 discussion. Let's be honest here. Cesaro, I'd love to see Cesaro get a push. Like, Cesaro was over as hell back in 2016. He's been over for years, even before 2016. Like, you know, he started building his fandom back in like 2014 time. I mean, he was always loved, but like when he turned face, that's when they really kicked into gear. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. But the problem is, when it comes to somebody like Cesaro, bro, honestly, man, I just feel like Vince doesn't really rock with him like that. When Cesaro had the Cesaro section going crazy back in 2016, he was not having any of that. He literally said that he's not over with the fans when he was one of the most over people in the locker room. So I highly doubt that we're ever going to get to see Cesaro win a championship again, especially because he wasn't even in the Royal Rumble. Same goes for Finn Balor. But if they were to do that, I love it and I'd be very into that. So who knows? I'm up for it though. I'm definitely up for that. What do you guys think about a possible ladder match between RK Bro and Seth Rollins and Alpha Academy for the tag titles at WrestleMania? Because I don't even know, because the Elimination Chamber is coming up soon, and Seth Rollins is in the chamber, so he might win the WWE Championship, but he probably won't. But let's say this was to happen, this would actually be a very good match at Mania. Maybe Seth and KO could win the tag team championships. I'm not gonna lie, because Seth and Kevin as a tag team, they've been very entertaining so far. They're just two great wrestlers, two great people, like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to their in-ring skills, their mic skills, all that. They feed off well of each other. They have history from back in ROH, like they know each other like that. So this could really end up being a great pairing and a great tag team title run if they actually would have won the titles at Mania. But who knows? But if that was to happen, I'd be down for that. That sounds pretty cool. Thoughts on this Elimination Chamber match and who do you want to win? Okay. So we got Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Riddle, Austin Theory, and AJ Styles. Now, I'll say this, bro. My personal pick, ever since AJ Styles turned heel back in 2020. Now, it wasn't 2019 when he started that feud with Ricochet back in July 2019. I've been kind of like hurt because I've always been a big AJ fan. I always want him to, because I feel like he's better as a face now at this point in his career. Back when he was young, I mean, AJ Styles is more believable as a face when you think about it. He could get stale and boring at a certain point, but when he's a face, he knows how to be a good face. So right now, my personal picks, like my top three people, because I know I'm not gonna lie, the three people I want to win in order is AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, and then Matt Riddle. Not gonna lie, it's AJ, Seth, and then Bobby. Riddle is fourth, but honestly, if Riddle got a push, if Riddle won the Royal Rumble, because I feel like I just said that so wrong, but yeah, if he won the Rumble, I would have been happy, like, because I heard that he was supposed to win the Royal Rumble originally. If he won the title at Mania off the Royal Rumble win, that would have been awesome. But they didn't do that for him, so I mean, what can I say? It is what it is. But I'd be down for any of these guys to win except for Brock. I mean, Theory, I think it's too early right now, but if they were to give it to him, I'd be interested. I feel like it would be another situation with how The Miz, not saying that The Miz and him are the same people, that their characters are similar, but to say that it would be a similar reign, because when The Miz won the championship, he was like disrespected. They treated him as like, I mean, I think people want to see Theory win, but I feel like it's too early. I wouldn't even say they would be hating on him, like, because The Miz, like, I think this was too early for him. He wasn't ready yet. He wasn't that good. But I feel like for Theory specifically, it's a different case. But I don't know, man. If any of these guys won, except for Brock, because I don't want to see Brock versus Roman for the championship at Mania unification match, I'd be down for that. So that's my personal opinion. But my personal pick to win, AJ Styles. The Authority is one of the most underrated factions. I think I'm gonna end the video on this one too. Honestly, bro, I don't think so. The Authority, they were good in my opinion. Like, I hate when this happened. I was like 8 years old. It was like in 2014 I was 8 years old. 2013 I was 7. So like back when this first started off, the Authority storyline, I was a little kid, and I hated Raw. I literally loved watching wrestling, but it felt like I was in school and I was just like going through torture because I hated them so desperately. Like, I always wanted to see them fail. So when the whole like when it was finally over, I was so happy. But honestly, looking back on it, bro, the Authority is like the Corporation 2.0 to a degree, but they just like, they made Raw hell. Like, it was hard to watch. Like, wrestling was very tough to watch at that point. I don't know if that's just because I was a little kid or not, but from what I can remember, I hated watching wrestling. Like, when Roman Reigns was facing off again, I was living through my own Stone Cold storyline with Roman Reigns, bro. I felt like I was watching Stone Cold in the flesh starting off. But not don't tell me, no, hold up, because let's not say that Roman Reigns and Roman Reigns and Stone Cold are in the same category. But let's say that the way that Roman was getting booked, he was the new second coming of Stone Cold, and it was horrible to watch. Like, I wanted to die. But you know, would I say they're the most underrated? I would definitely not say that. Would I say that they were a good heel faction for an Authority? Yes, but I feel like they lasted too long, and I've heard videos, like I've seen videos about like the Authority and what they like were. They didn't take too many L's, even when they look like they, you know, the thing was too, the main problem with the Authority is that they never knew how to take an L. Like Vince, he could take L's. He would get humiliated all the time. He would get violated. He would get beat up by Stone Cold in the thing. But Stephanie, she would never get her comeuppance. Triple H, I mean, he would take some L's, but it's far and few in between. So it's like, when that happened, it was hard to watch. So no, I wouldn't say they're one of the most underrated, but they definitely were a good group though. I'll give them that. They were a good group for what they were. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. And I'm out, bruh. Peace.